trap. This motherfucker big trap. Yo, good morning. I'm not gonna be here long. Give me a minute, man. I gotta get my Kirk situated, man. It's early as shit. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna say my piece on this Dillian White situation since everybody was saying something about it last night. I don't know why it was brought up, but I want to make it very clear because I don't think a lot of y'all get it. I think a lot of y'all just kind of stuck on the frame and not getting the big picture. So as soon as I get my Kirk started, I'm gonna do that. Bear with me. If anybody in here, bear with me. If not, you leave, whatever, come back, catch it. Take care of something. All right. Now that that's done. Yeah. All right, man. I want to make this shit very clear to a lot of the people who don't get it, a lot of you who might not understand, a lot of y'all who just this boxing shit, or maybe just the business of certain shit don't make sense to you. But I want to make this shit make sense to you. Y'all, a lot of y'all are thinking with your motherfucking feelings. You ain't thinking from a business perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and lend you some business perspective. I'm going to go ahead and lend you how I feel about the situation. I'm going to go ahead and tell you exactly what the fuck is going to take place here. Regardless of whatever you feel like you want Dillian White to take or you feel like you don't want Dillian White to take, it don't change the fact that the WBC has already accepted their request of an 80-20 or a 75-25 split. So that doesn't change the fact that that's what Dillian White is going to get. You can't change it. I can't change it. He, she, Tom, Dick, or Harry, Eddie Hearn, nobody can change it. So this is what I'm saying. When I was speaking on the video and saying Dillian White taking 20% of something instead of 80% of something, this is exactly what I meant. I meant the fact that the fight is going to go to fucking purse bid and we're going to get to see exactly what happens. You're going to get to see how much Bob Arum really values the fight and how much the fight is really worth to any other party involved in the matter. Tyson Fury versus Dillian White is a big fight, whether you want to believe it or not. It's a big fight. It's a big fight. People are going to turn up for it. People are going to see it. People are going to spend their money unless, you know, people are mandated to not come out for an event like that. So regardless of whether you like 80-20 or you don't like 80-20, it doesn't change the fact that Mauricio Suleiman is fucking crooked, snake, slithering, fucking spineless ass has already went ahead and gave them that option. So no matter what Dillian White is worth, no matter how many times he sold out the O2 Arena, no matter how people feel about Dillian White, it doesn't change the fact that 80-20 is going to be the situation, or 75-25. I can't remember exactly if it's 80-20 or 75-25, but either way, y'all get it. That's what it's going to be. It doesn't change the fact. So what I'm saying is, do you want Dillian White to get 80%? Do you want Dillian White to get 20% of something? Or 20% of nothing, because the purse bid is going to give you that clarity. And those who have those parties involved who put their one shot out there for Dillian White to get paid a certain amount of money, blah, blah. Eddie Hearn could come in there and drop fucking 50, 75 million on this fucking fight, and that completely changes what Dillian White 75-25 looks like, or his 80-20 looks like, or his 25% of the pay-per-view looks like. So basically what I'm saying to y'all is there's 20% of something, and then there's 20% of nothing. In the top rank aspect, that's 20% of nothing. But in the purse bid aspect, I promise you, I rest my fucking head on this shit. I guarantee it with everything that I love. It is going to be 20% of something. Regardless of whatever, you guys spend so much fucking energy on a situation that isn't going to, you're not going to see the fight. You're not going to see the fight. So I don't know why your panties are in a bunch, because you're not going to see the fight. Tyson Fury is not going to fight him. And if he does fight him, look, somebody prove me wrong, but you're not going to see it. So I don't know what you're getting upset for anyway. You need to focus on Dillian Whyte doing other things, fighting other people, getting involved in other fights, because that's the only thing Dillian Whyte's going to be involved in. Dillian Whyte is going, regardless, if it comes down to Tyson Fury, he's getting 20 to 25% of something. Or he's getting 20% of nothing. What don't people get here? It's not about agreeing with me. It's about the facts. It's about the facts of boxing life. It's about the fact that you can't change it, nor I can change the situation. What do you not want Dillian? What is Dillian Whyte going to do at this point? 4 years and still chugging. 4 years and still chugging. What the fuck is he going to do? What is he going to do? Dillian Whyte, what is he going to do? At this point, 4 years of his goddamn life have gone down the drain fighting top opposition after top opposition. I mean, shit, Alexander Povetkin already knocked him on his ass. That almost risked everything he had and upset the apple cart. So what I'm saying is, if it goes to purse bid, the percentage is large enough to where it's lucrative for Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte must have come to the fact that he needs to take that money. And if he's confident enough in himself, which I do believe he's confident enough in himself, he needs to go in there and just knock him the fuck out and get it done. But the fact remains is this: he's not going to be fighting Tyson Fury. I'm here to let y'all know that right now. Tyson Fury is not going to take that fight. If Top Rank doesn't win the purse bid, Tyson Fury is not going to take that fight. And if you see Top Rank come in at $5 million at 25% or anything a little bit remotely above that, then you would know that fight isn't going to take place. So all I'm saying is this: is it about with you agreement when it comes to me or you? This is about the facts of the WBC rule book. This is how it's stated. This is how it's stipulated. You know, they tried to push for more of a 55-45 situation or a 60-40 situation, but that didn't happen for him. It didn't happen for him. So with that being said, it doesn't change the fact that, he's going to have to take 20 to 25% regardless. Now, do you want it to be from Eddie Hearn? Do you want it to be from possibly Triller? Or do you want it to be from goddamn Bob Arum? Because if it's Bob Arum, he getting fucking chump change and pennies regardless. But I don't really think that, Tyson Fury was ever interested in fighting Dillian Whyte. He was never interested in fighting Dillian Whyte anyway, so don't expect it to happen now. But all I'm saying is, when y'all getting all geeked up talking about, what Dillian Whyte deserves and what Dillian Whyte doesn't deserve, the facts of life is this: yes, Dillian Whyte got fucked over. Is it right? No. But what is Dillian Whyte after? What is Dillian Whyte's main focal point? The WBC title. And once Mauricio Sulaiman slammed the gavel and said it's going to be a 75-25, 80-20 situation, and that's the split, then that's what's going to go through the purse bid. And you nor I can change that. So it ain't about whether you agree with me or not. It isn't about whether I feel as though he should take 25 or 20% or not. That's what they stated. That's what he's going to have to take from the purse bid. So he can get 25 to 20% of something or 80% of nothing. You got to choose that. You got to understand that there is nothing you can do, regardless of whether I want it or regardless of whether you want it or whether we can sit up here and scream to the top of our lungs about whatever the fucking injustices that are done to Dillian Whyte. Those are the facts of life. It doesn't change. So I'm here to tell you, it's not about what I want to see Dillian Whyte get. Y'all know, of course he deserves more money. Of course, he deserves to be represented in a much better life as far as the respect he deserves as a fighter, and as far as if you look at it from a numerical standpoint, yes, he definitely deserves a much more lucrative check than that. But all I'm saying is, in the grand scheme of the things, if it was Tyson Fury and the fight was, and it's as big as I believe it to be, then somebody's going to make a big bid to try to host that fight. So, you want it on the top rank end? Or do you want it on somebody else's end? So you got to pick it. When it comes to this boxing shit, yo, you really have to pick and choose your battles. I'm not going to sit here and jump on a carousel around robin with you guys about the fucking what's fair and what's not fair. Because nothing about boxing is fair. Nothing about boxing is ever going to be fair. You're not really going to get the results that you want. And you got to understand that it's a fucking dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. So does Dillian Whyte deserve 20%? Absolutely not. But does Dillian Whyte have to take 20 to 25%? Unfortunately, he does. And unless he just wants to pull out of the fight and he don't want to fight for that WBC title that he been fucking scrapping and going through litigation about, et cetera, et cetera. So, like I said, I don't believe Tyson Fury is going to take the fight anyway. So y'all ain't really got nothing to worry about when it comes to that. But if the opponent changes, the stipulations change, and then y'all be able to see Dillian Whyte get all the money that he wants. Tyson Fury going to vacate the WBC. That's what you need to be. That's what your concern and your conversation should be about. Is he going to vacate the WBC? Because there is a great chance that Tyson Fury will be vacating that title, and regardless of whatever, Dillian Whyte isn't getting a hold of him, and he's going to have to fight somebody else. Now, who they will throw in front of him, we do not know. And I got a feeling Mauricio Sulaiman will find a way to put him on the back burner again anyway, or probably try to throw a Deontay Wilder wrench in the mix or anything. You never know. You never know. Thing is, boxing is a dirty game, man. Sorry if y'all hear that noise in the background. I got to stir my coffee and shit. It's a dirty game. And I just want people to understand this. It's not about, once again, it ain't about what I want. I know what he deserves. I'm not the one that's delusional. I'm not the one that's deluded. I'm not the one that has a problem with him getting paid. But we got to figure out what's going on and why he getting all of this mistreatment. What is Dillian Whyte going to do at the end of the day? Is Dillian Whyte still going to keep getting finger fucked and screwed over? Or is Dillian Whyte going to step the fuck up and say, all right, man, enough is enough. It's been 4 motherfucking years. It's been 4 years I've been dealing with these people. It's been 4 years I've been dealing with these people, and I ain't getting no goddamn results. And it's about time that I get some fucking results, man. 4 years. 4 years I've been dealing with these people. 4 years, everybody been complaining, bitching, and stuff like that. And honestly, a lot of people don't even really care. When it comes to, and once again, man, it seemed like when it comes to Dillian Whyte, nobody gives a fuck. But if this was a couple of other fighters, people would be screaming, kicking, and clawing. You would have a lot of fans saying a whole bunch of shit about it, but ain't nobody saying nothing about it when it comes to Dillian Whyte. So you got to ask yourself why that is. Why doesn't nobody give a fuck about your fighter? Why does everybody feel like when it comes to him, it's a take it or leave it situation? I could show Dillian Whyte making more money than a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters. Dillian Whyte making more money than a lot of fighters. So people got to ask themselves why that is. Why don't nobody give a fuck about him? Why this man can't get a title shot? Why do people throw him to the wayside? How is Mauricio Sulaiman ever going? How does he get away with this time and time again? Or am I going to consistently keep getting finger fucked and ducked over and over and over again? The point is I'm here to make is 20% is what it's going to be if it's Tyson Fury. And if y'all want Dillian Whyte to take a stance and just not accept it, then tell him that. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I'm not in control of what they do. I'm not in control of what's going to take place. I'm not in control of what Dillian Whyte's going to get paid. All I'm here to tell you is the facts of life for this situation is Mauricio Sulaiman has made it very evident that it's going to be a 20 to 25%, and the majority is going to Tyson Fury because based on their stipulations and their ruling, they have exceptions for special champions, marketable champions, guys that define special circumstances. But I've made it a point to show how unfair it is for Dillian Whyte to try to even receive those kind of pays. That's why I broke down how much Tyson Fury gets paid. That's why I broke down how many seats he moves in America. 3,500 on his 5,000 on his first event. You know what I'm saying? No more than like 3,500 on the second event. Like, come on, man. He can't even move 10,000 fucking tickets in 2 fights in America. So I agree with you guys. Don't think that I don't. I agree. But here's the situation. It doesn't fucking matter because this is what the situation is. So do y'all want Dillian White to pull out and not get his title shot, take him to court and sue him and be sitting on the back burner for some more years and shit like that? Because the WBC got more than enough money to keep continuously making this thing play out on some legal shit and just dragging it on and on and on. And before you know it, Dillian White don't even got no career no more. So at the end of the day, it's not about what I feel. It's not about what I think. It's not about what's going on with, it's not about what he sells or what he don't sell. Even Ray Charles can see that Dillian White's moved more tickets than Tyson Fury. It's just what it is. So that's what it's going to be. Y'all want to see the Tyson Fury fight, right? That's what he's going to have to take. So as we always say, at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. This wasn't meant to be no long live or nothing. It's just the quickest way that I can go out and convey what the truth of the matter really is and how I feel about the situation and what he can or he can't do. Because the fact is, you can't change what he's getting paid. The only person that can do that is those who putting up the big bread and the purse bid. So just pray that it's a lovely number. It's the motherfucking boss. Respect.